you were initially going to school to be a lawyer. How long did that last? How far did you get?
Not very far. I took a poli-sci class. I went to Hobart College in upstate New York, and like I just had very little interest in it. I went to do it because I had two older brothers who were both lawyers, youngest of six altogether, and that was looking like a pretty good lifestyle. You know, these guys are making good money and all this stuff, and I obviously don't see the downsides of it. And then I figured out you actually had to work, and that had never been a real strong suit for me. And I just completely fell into it backwards at a place that was not exactly known for broadcasting in any way. So it's yeah. I mean,
what made you
make
the change to sports?
Okay, so I was always a huge sports fan as a kid. And when I'm a freshman at Hobart, there was a person who lived on my floor who worked at the radio station, which was in the basement of my dorm. And his name was Josh Lytle. And he comes up to me. He's like, you know a lot about sports, right? And I'm like, yeah, I guess, sure. I'm a big fan. You know a lot about football? Yeah. Well, they need a color commentator on the football broadcast. This is for Division III on a team that was terrible. There was like 1-6. The color commentator had been a former player. And the night before this had gone to a bar downtown in Geneva, New York, gotten completely hammered, and was just being as obnoxious as possible. So he's standing at the bar, and the people behind him that he was kind of yelling at and harassing or whatever just decided, all right, we've had enough. So they go up. One of them goes up and just pantses him from behind, pulls his pants down. This guy's a big dude. He turns around just swinging. And the first person he hit was an off-duty cop. Now, that's not bad luck. That's just dumb luck. And needless to say, he was asked to not return to the student station broadcast. So they needed somebody quickly, and I actually ended up doing sideline. And I just absolutely fell in love with it. I really did. It was incredible. So all of this to a drunk guy with no pants,
So you weren't
I guess it's pretty appropriate in most ways.
You weren't banging on the door trying to get on a college radio station or anything like that at that point. Like that really just you were more invited onto the broadcast.
Yeah, it was kind of like we need somebody quickly. And then they found somebody to do the color, like, oh, okay, but you want to try this? Yeah, let's go do it. And because the radio station, there was no program at Hobart that involved journalism or communications or anything like that. It was a small liberal arts college, and there wasn't a whole lot of interest in the broadcasting of sports among students. So I was kind of able to walk in the door. All right, you want to do some basketball games? We do basketball games. Yeah. Men's and women's. Yeah, absolutely. You want to, in the spring, you want to do some women's lacrosse games? Yeah. Men's lacrosse was the big one. Men's lacrosse, that Hobart had won like 13 national championships a row in Division III. And that's the one that everybody wanted to be involved in. So I wasn't involved in that until later, but I got a chance to do like every sport that I wanted to, or just wanted to give a shot to. And so I did. And I thought at the time, do I want to transfer and go to some place like Syracuse or whatever that had a program for it? And I'm like, no, because I'm just going to go there and be waiting in line to do what I'm already doing. So I kind of just went and tried to learn by watching TV and radio and listening to radio broadcasters and, go from there, kind of learn from there.
So what degree did you end up getting there?
I have a degree in English, believe it or not. And it's ironic because most of the time I can't find the right words, but best thing I did, honestly, was get involved in writing too, because, got involved writing at the school paper, things like that for sports, because and this is one of the pieces of advice that I give to everybody that wants to be on TV or in radio or whatever, that you have to be able to communicate your thoughts. And writing, get involved as much as you can on that front, even if it's not something that you necessarily feel like you want to do.